What if I told you your biggest time thief isn't Netflix, TikTok, or your friends? It's those, I'll just check for 5 minutes moments that turn into hours. You sit down to study or finally work on that project, and then your phone lights up. Just a quick scroll, you tell yourself. Suddenly it's dark outside, your coffee's gone cold, and the task you swore you'd finish is still waiting. Studies show that every tiny interruption can cost you up to 23 minutes to fully regain focus. That's basically the length of a whole sitcom episode, lost just because of one ping. In this video, we'll break down how 5-minute distractions steal your entire afternoon and how to outsmart them. By the end, you'll have practical tricks to protect your attention, design focus blocks, and even use temptations to your advantage. Welcome to Stickology World, where life makes more sense in stick figure. Chapter 1. The Psychology of the 5-Minute Thief. Your brain isn't broken. It's actually working exactly how it's designed. It's designed for survival, not productivity. Your brain loves rewards, even tiny ones like a new notification, a like, or a funny reel. Dopamine, the feel-good chemical, spikes not when you get the reward, but when you expect it. That's why refreshing TikTok feels addictive, even when nothing new shows up. Think of your brain as a toddler with a remote control. Every time it presses a button, something flashes, dings, or pops up. The toddler doesn't care about your essay or work deadline. It just wants more flashing lights. And every time you give in, you train that toddler to grab the remote faster. But here's the twist. Boredom isn't your enemy, it's your brain's reset button. When you take away those little dopamine hits, your brain starts craving bigger rewards, like finishing a chapter, completing homework, or finally getting your desk clear. If you've already caught yourself in this story, subscribe now. I drop weekly stick figure hacks that actually save you time. Chapter 2. Design focus blocks like a pro. You wouldn't hit the gym and try to lift weights for 3 hours straight, right? So why do we expect our brain to focus non-stop all day? Most people sit down thinking, I'll just work until I'm done. But after 15 minutes, they're already reaching for their phone or opening new tabs. Your brain naturally works best in short bursts, with rests in between. That's why the Pomodoro method, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, blew up online. The trick isn't copying someone else's timer, it's finding your sweet spot. For heavy tasks, aim for 45 to 90 minutes, then take a proper break. For lighter tasks, short bursts work fine. Add a ritual, clear your desk, write down your mini goal, and open only the tab you need. That way, your brain knows this is focus mode. Once your brain associates these blocks with finishing something, the completion itself becomes the dopamine hit. Suddenly, working feels rewarding, not just scrolling. Chapter 3. Outsmart temptation with bundling and friction. Instead of deleting distractions forever, why not turn them into your secret weapon? Let's be real, you're not going to quit TikTok, Netflix, or Instagram. Telling yourself never again usually backfires. Behavioral science calls this temptation bundling. Pair something you want with something you need. Want an example? Only watch your favorite series after you finish a full focus block. Or only let yourself sip that iced latte while reviewing flashcards. And here's another hack. Love scrolling Amazon deals? Don't ban it. Instead, save your Amazon browsing as a reward for after you crush a focus session. That way, shopping becomes the prize, not the problem. At the same time, add friction to bad habits. Bury distracting apps in a folder, log out of accounts, or keep your phone in your bag instead of your desk. That tiny bit of effort slows down your impulses. Suddenly, Netflix becomes a reward instead of the reason your homework isn't done. Chapter 4. Pre-commitment and fast recovery from interruptions. The best way to beat distractions? Make the decision before the temptation even shows up. When you don't set boundaries, one quick message reply turns into an hour of lost focus. Pre-commitment works because you're deciding for your future self. And when interruptions do happen, don't waste 20 minutes trying to get back in the zone. Instead, use a sticky note reset. 1. Write where you stopped. 2. List your next 2 steps. 3. Restart in 3 minutes. That note acts like a save point in a video game. Instead of losing half your day, you bounce back in minutes. The distractions don't disappear, they just stop winning. Quick tip. If you found these tricks useful so far, make sure to hit subscribe. We break down more ways to outsmart distractions every week. Chapter 5. Digital Declutter, Taming the Noise. If your phone buzzed right now, would you be able to ignore it? Most of us live in a digital jungle. Notifications from 3 different group chats, endless YouTube recommendations, random ads. It's like a never-ending carnival in your pocket. It's the same reason why Costco feels overwhelming. Flashing signs, free samples, and giant displays. Your phone is basically Costco in your pocket, pulling you in every direction. A Deloitte survey showed the average person checks their phone 58 times a day, and half of those are during work or class. That's not multitasking. That's hijacking. Do a weekly digital cleanup. Unsubscribe from emails you never read, mute group chats that don't matter, turn off non-essential notifications. Better yet, set notification windows. Only allow alerts during certain hours. Imagine only hearing from your apps when you want to, not when they want your attention. Here's the twist. Once you declutter, you don't just get focus. You also feel calmer. A quieter phone equals a quieter mind. Chapter 6. The Power of Environment Design. Ever notice you study better at a cafe than in your messy bedroom? Your environment is constantly shaping your behavior, whether you realize it or not. A cluttered desk, noisy TV, or even seeing your phone can break your focus before you start. Studies in environmental psychology show that simply removing visible distractions can increase task persistence by up to 40%. Set up a focus zone. It doesn't need to be fancy. Just a clean desk, good lighting, and no unnecessary devices in sight. Pair that with context cues. Same chair, same drink, same playlist. Over time, your brain will associate that setup with deep work. Think of it like setting up at Starbucks. Same drink, same table, same vibe. Over time, your brain knows it's time to focus, not scroll. The environment does the heavy lifting. Instead of forcing willpower, your space silently pushes you into focus mode. Chapter 7. Energy management greater than time management. You don't run out of time, you run out of energy. Most people plan their day around the clock instead of their energy levels. That's why they try to do hard tasks when they're already drained. Your brain has natural peaks and dips throughout the day. Morning hours are usually best for deep work, while afternoons are better for lighter tasks. Track your energy for 1 week. Notice when you feel sharpest. Schedule your hardest focus blocks there and save chores or shallow work for low-energy times. Add in micro breaks, stretch, drink water, or go for a quick walk. It's not wasted time. It's fuel for the next block. It's why so many Americans line up at Starbucks every morning, fueling their peak energy hours. But instead of needing 3 lattes just to push through, align your hardest work with your natural highs. When you manage energy instead of just minutes, you get more done in fewer hours and still have the energy to enjoy your evenings. The truth is, you don't need to overhaul your entire life to build a strong mind. That's where most people get stuck. They believe change has to be massive, dramatic, or instant. But strength doesn't grow in explosions, it grows in drops. Here's the fix. Start small, but start now. Don't wait for perfect timing or perfect conditions. They don't exist. Write 1 line, take 1 walk, finish 1 task. Do something tiny but consistent, and let it stack. That's how mental toughness is built. In the background, brick by brick, when nobody's watching. The takeaway is simple. Your brain is a construction site and every choice is a brick. If you add just 1 brick every day, you won't see a fortress overnight. But months from now, you'll look up and realize you've built something solid, something that can't be knocked down by distractions, doubt, or fear. And here's the reality check. If you're in the US, you already know how heavy student loans and future bills can feel. Every hour you protect your focus now is an investment that pays off later. It's not just about grades or tasks. It's about building the skills that save you from drowning in debt and wasted time. And here's your nudge. You are more capable than you think. You don't need more motivation. You need momentum. Once you take the first step, the second becomes easier, then the third. And while everyone else is waiting for the right time, you'll already be building. So remember this, your strongest self isn't waiting in some faraway future. It's built right here, right now, one choice at a time. And you already have everything you need to begin. If this helped, please like our video. And don't just stop here. Head over to my productivity playlist and check out our next video, where we dive even deeper into how your brain works against you. Subscribe for weekly stick figure guides and drop a comment below. What's your biggest 5-minute distraction? Stickology World, where life makes more sense in stick figure.